What is going on, everybody? My name is Ricky. Welcome to Filmtopia, your number one place for feel-good movie content. I'm super excited to bring you today. What are we doing today? Let me turn the music down just a tiny bit so you can hear me. Tonight, we get to experience Moon Knight Episode 5 for the very first time together. And I'm really excited to be here. Last week was loads of fun. The past 4 weeks have been awesome. So cool to get back into this, and just really good to see people in the chat, see people here, and see a few familiar faces throughout the night. And let's go ahead and start off with Mr. Reddick saying hello. Hey, Filmtopians. What's going on, Reddick? Nice to see you, bro. Hopefully we can see you tonight. If not, it's all good. Glad you're able to make it in some way. Kushal says, saying hello to Reddick. Cool Kid is throwing in the vibes. Tal, you already know. Let's go. Isabel, what is going on, Isabel? Nice to see you. It's so funny. By the way, just like your avatar, I believe it's a pink sky, and just, I don't know if you chose it because it invokes some sort of just like peaceful, serene sort of feeling, but that's what I get when I see it. And the one and only Jonah. What up, everybody? What up, Jonah? Jonah is someone we will be seeing throughout the night. Let's see, Lord Basty, all the way from the other side of the world, according to me, because I'm on this side of the world. Our friend from the Philippines, Lord Basty. Hello. Nice to see everyone. Oh, awesome. Anakin Skywalker. Mad Cake Madison, thank you for being here. Hello to you. Hope everything is going great. Tonight's gonna be fun. Let's see. Wow. Oh man, I'm kind of behind. Nice. QWERTY the first. By the way, QWERTY, am I tripping, or QWERTY, QWERTY is like the keyboard thing, right? Yep, that's what it is. Or maybe that's also your name, but that's what I've always known QWERTY is. Nice. Red X3203, hello to you. Wow, we've got 16 people in here. Hello, everyone. If you have not already, make sure to hit that like button. If anybody wants to let me know right now in the chat what likes count we're at right now, that'd be super helpful, so we can set out like a goal maybe for tonight. Let's see. Nice. The Vibe-a-thon, Clay Bear Travels. Nice. I like that. That's going in the books for sure. Vibe-a-thon. Wow, that's a good one. Jonas says, I want to be left with more questions than answers. Honestly, this episode is going to be so insane. You know what's funny? Since we're already near the finish line anyways, and I like myself, and I like me a good finale, I definitely wouldn't mind this leaving us with even more questions. That way we can really savor that finale, and just hopefully the finale is able to pay off, and it's able to just be like, boom, here it is. This is right before, or right after actually, Multiverse of Madness. And or actually right before. Let's see. Film fan, aka Deacon Bob. Let's go. Hello. It's all good, Isabel. But wow, Bob, nice to see you. By the way, am I tripping, or is that Avatar? Does that have something to do with Kingdom Hearts? Let me know. Okay, nice. I see Christopher Baker is in here. Let's go. Yo, just got back from The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent on Netflix. It's on Netflix? Where are you, Christopher? As far as I know, here in the US, it's only in theaters. I'm gonna have to check again, but if it's on Netflix, then I gotta watch it ASAP. Oh, okay, not on Netflix. I should have read the next thing. Let's see. Yeah, we'll talk about this in a bit, Kushal, but basically, the hippo, by the way, what is the, oh man, I'm blanking on her name right now. The hippo is the Egyptian goddess of childbirth and fertility. If anybody remembers the name, definitely drop it down below. But yeah, we'll talk about that. I know New Rock Stars, Screen Crush, everybody's covered it, but to be completely honest, outside of telling us and reiterating to us that the goddess of childbirth and fertility, is it me, chat, let me know, but is it me? Did the videos this week seem kind of like vague, or like they didn't really have any depth to them? And I don't mean that disrespectfully, but just there's only so much you can what do you call it, like theorize. Maybe it was just the videos I watched, but basically I hit a wall when I and the explainers hit a wall when they were explaining the whole thing. Like, I felt like it was kind of what we were talking about post show last week with Jonah and me and all of us. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just watched the wrong videos. Oh, Towerette. Oh man, this is gonna be a tough one to say. Towerette. Towerette. I'm gonna go with Towerette. Okay, I'm gonna go with Towerette. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's a Pokemon. Got it. Noel's in the house. Nice to see you, Noel. Hello. Cool kid. Yeah, he does for a long time now, picking up everything that I can't figure out. So thank you, Jonah. Let's see. Claybear says, in other news, The Kids in the Hall are returning to stream on Prime May 13th. You know what's funny? I haven't been on Amazon Prime in quite a while. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's honestly it could be just because it's, when you look at my app layout on my Apple TV, it's like towards the bottom. That might be like one of the only reasons. And I can't really say anything lately has really dropped on there that's made me be like, okay, I gotta go. Okay, so we're at 20 likes. Wow, nice. Thank you, everybody. Hit that like button if you're just getting here. It helps the video get out, and make sure to be subscribed. Tonight, we're gonna hit 1,100 subscribers. I think we came into tonight at 1,093 subscribers. Tonight, we're gonna get to 1,100. Screw it, let's do it. So tell your friends, do whatever you gotta do, but let's get to 1,100 and let me know when we do. Cool. Towerette. Okay, Towerette. This is gonna get memed or something. All my attempts. Towerette. It's kind of this is actually a really interesting name to try to get in 3 syllables. Towerette, or fast at least. Okay, but anyways, everybody, welcome to the stream. My name is Ricky. If you do not already know, this is Filmtopia, and we talk about feel-good movie content. And essentially, last week, the internet, the Marvel fandom, people like you and I, were left really scratching our head. Some of us even went to just get a haircut because we couldn't handle it. But I will say that last week we were left on a huge cliffhanger, because it was one of those cliffhangers, to be honest, where maybe Towerette looked familiar, but in actuality, like, it felt like the whole internet initially just felt very what do you call it, shell-shocked, because it was just like, boom, okay, who is this? What does this mean? Where the heck did this series go? Where's Kang the Conqueror, or He Who Remains, or just, there's a whole bunch of stuff happening, and it was really nice to see that, because we hadn't really had one of those moments in quite a while. So but tonight's episode is a very, very pivotal one, in my opinion, because for a few reasons, like a plethora of reasons. One of them being, as far as, you know, from a consumption standpoint, us, right? This could be an episode where we can be very, like, I would say there might not be an in-between, but we could be very, very satisfied and happy and excited for next week's episode, or this could end up feeling like a filler episode, and, you know, it just might feel underwhelming. And while I have faith that even if it were to be underwhelming, I think it can make it up in the final episode. But this week's episode, to me, is a very pivotal one, because this show has hit all the marks, like literally from top to bottom, and with each episode it's gotten better and better. it's so rare to see a movie or a TV show or whatever it is sustain that much quality. And so it's like, okay, well, at what point is like the kind of bad quality episode going to happen? Could it be this one? Could it be the finale? Or back to my point, which is, imagine if they don't have any bad episodes. That would be really, really crazy. Tonight's going to really delve into the mind or into what I was watching on like New Rockstars and all these things that, you know, and Jonah, I believe, said this last time, which was, we're going to explore, I guess, the afterlife, or not the afterlife, the underworld, the place they're in. And then that's how Taweret comes into play, because she's going to help him figure out if he, this is what I interpreted, if he wants to stay dead or if he wants to come back. Think of it in a weird way, like the Sorcerer's Stone from Harry Potter, where if you're wielding that when you get struck and you go to the afterlife, I think you get a chance, like, in essence, you get a chance to come back to life. It's a revival stone, basically. But yeah, very, very interesting. Thank you for letting me go on my little tangent. Let's see. QWERTY says, my birthday is in the same week as Doctor Strange and the next episode. So next week. So happy early birthday, QWERTY. Nice to, hopefully we'll be able to celebrate it next week. Wait, next week, Wednesday. I watch it Thursday. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah. We are definitely doing a stream. Because for Spider-Man No Way Home, at least for me, when I went to see the Spider-Man No Way Home, I saw it at like the Soups fan experience event, and I don't remember what happened with Hawkeye, if it dropped before or after I went to watch it, but I just knew I wanted to stay off the internet that week. So I think I was a little late to that episode of Hawkeye, and Jonah was fairly mad at me. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Lord Basey says, hey Ricky, did you see that the news that Netflix spent $30 million per episode on Stranger Things seasons 4, $270 million on one season, bigger budget than No Way Home? That's actually fairly normal for Netflix. Netflix invests so much money into creating that they are actually not they lose a lot of money. Or it's not even that they lose a lot of money, but their margins are super, super, just like they cancel each other out. And so that's the problem if you want to call it like in a macro sense for a business model. At some point, the rent comes due, or the bill comes due, or whatever Mordo said. And I think we're in that stage now where Netflix is starting to feel the ramifications of, sure, they invested into their company and they said, we're going to hit the ground running, or we're just not going to stop, and we'll deal with that stuff later. I think later has arrived. And it's crazy. It's crazy. It's getting dethroned as we speak as the top streaming service. Lord of the Rings will be out soon. That's like, oh my God. Now, if you're talking about a series that got an influx of money, if I'm not mistaken, Lord of the Rings had a budget of $1 billion. It was either $500 million or $1 billion. That is insane. But I have faith, because I think the Lord of the Rings trilogy movie, the trilogy, The Lord of the Rings, is one of the greatest trilogies movies of all time. Don't get me started on the score. But yeah, I can only imagine what they can do with the technology nowadays, the storytellers nowadays. I think that's going to be super, super impressive. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. Moon Knight Halloween, yeah. Carlos, Los is in the house, baby. Let's go. Let's go. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but there's a competition coming up, the Agbo 48-hour Film Fest. You definitely got to do it, man. Let's see. Lord Basey. Did I just see Agatha Powers on Doctor Strange 2 time promo? I've been watching a few new Rockstars or Screencast videos, and literally like the stuff, the promotion that's coming out in these last few days, they're just ramping up more and more and more, but it's funny. They're really honing in on like a specific set of scenes. They've really not shown us any new stuff. They're just kind of like unpacking the stuff that we've already kind of seen. and they're showing us maybe different angles, but it's of the same scene. This is insane, guys. This movie, the places it must take us, and in the amount of time it takes us there for, and how quickly we get there, guys, I'm telling you right now, it's insane, because that to me explains or signals to me why their marketing and the footage that they've shown us so far is just so concise and just so concentrated on what we've seen so far. Literally around this time, whenever they start doing TV spots or those Instagram posts or just 15-second, square vertical video stuff, this is when they kind of start getting flexible. They're really pushing for people to come out and see the movie, and they haven't done that with this one. I remember with Avengers Endgame, even though I thought that there was one TV spot that is like my favorite TV spot of all time. It's so good. But I think it was the one where Thanos is like, but where did that lead you? Back to me. It was one of those, and it was just so beautiful. But in hindsight, dude, they show a lot. So I'm glad they're not showing much, and they're just basically reusing the stuff that they've shown us for a while. Because I just want to experience it all in theater. But with that said, guys, I'm talking, they're not showing the press the movie, or at least not the whole movie. They usually show the press the movie so they can talk about it in their press, like when they're doing the press tour, the junkets. They're not doing that for this movie. They're not showing us any new footage outside of basically the stuff we got in the Super Bowl ad, in the commercial there. They've just basically unfolded those scenes and shown us different angles and different stuff, but outside of that, nothing really new has come about. And while I sound like a broken record, I'm telling you this for a reason. I'm expecting, my personal opinion, write this down, take a picture. I don't blink, bleep. I think we're gonna get, and we'll talk about this once someone hops on, but the thing they revealed yesterday or today, I think we're gonna get that within the first 20 to 30 minutes. And then after that, it's the pace of the movie. I can only imagine what's gonna happen. There's one huge thing about the trailer from the one that just dropped today or last night. And the thing that really stood out to me finally was the narrator was talking to us, the audience, the consumers, that, and he's been saying this for I don't know how many TV spots now. He basically said something along the lines of, what is it? Oh man, I'm blanking right now. But he said, basically he's like, you're not going to be able to handle the truth because it's all led to this, and you're not going to expect it. You don't know what's going to happen. You have no clue. But anyways, I digress. I want to see what you guys have to say. And then after that, we'll really get into some more really cool discussions. Yeah, no, this is insane. I seriously cannot believe how the time flew. I literally was just talking to people about Multiverse of Madness 5 months ago, thinking that was so far away. Ever since I got tickets for Doctor Strange 2, it feels like the time has gone by. Yeah, no, absolutely. So good. Dude, Phil Van Deeken, aka Bob, is on a Karen streak. This is a log running joke on the channel with Bob. That is freaking funny. Holy cannoli. Isabel says, I can't wait for Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, and I will be seeing it the weekend after it comes out. Oh man, Isabel, I'm sorry, just because that's gonna be a tough week to evade whatever it is that comes out. But I will say, for Spider-Man No Way Home, depending on the pockets of the internet you kind of live on, I felt they were very, very respectful. Even the content creators that make a living off of this stuff, I actually felt it was very well handled for the first week. Honestly, I think I was one of the content creators that broke the earliest. I think by Tuesday, I was like, hey, everybody on these channels, I'm letting you know I'm going to start talking about it openly. So have at it. But I saw a lot of other creators actually hold their ground for a few weeks. And that was very, very honorable and pretty cool. I am going to see Multiverse of Madness the Thursday, May 5th. Early. Nice. And our boy Andrew I don't know if he wants me to say where he's from, but Andrew's in the house. Let's go. Nice. Thank you, Jonah, for that. Thank you, Jonah. But speaking of this dope person right here, I think it's time to bring him on. And if he's ready, he'll give me that thumbs up. And without further ado, everybody, let's go ahead and welcome our friend, our homie, our vibe. I was trying to think of like a cool suffix for that, but I couldn't. Anyways, it is Jonah.
Vibe checker.
Yeah, I don't know. What was I trying to say? I was trying to like go the route of
I got no idea.
Vibe connoisseur. No, I don't know what I was trying to do.
I got no idea.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Good to see you. Good to see all of you guys in the chat as well.
Nice. Seriously though, what do they call it when it's like I was gonna say like happy Multiverse of Madness week. I can't process that still.
Eve.
Like, I really can't. Eve, yeah, I guess.
I
but there's
guess.
another word. There's another word.
There's definitely a better word than Eve.
Yeah. Penultimate or something like that.
Yeah, that would work.
I don't know. But bro, let me run through this chat really quick, and then we'll get to talking about some stuff.
Definitely.
Kushal says, "Who do you think are the confirmed members of the Illuminati?" Okay, well, that's the thing. I'm gonna save until I get past these comments right here. All right.
Tom Cruise.
Everybody go check out my TikTok. I talk about it over there. But Cool Kid is, if you subscribe to Filmtopia, then you're gonna love Moon Knight episode 5. Thank you for that, Cool Kid. By the way, I'll keep an eye over here because I think over here I get the exact numbers. Currently at 1095, 1095. Everybody, we're 5 away. And yeah, Claver, I'll bring this up when we come back to that. Oh, nice. Alicio's in the house. Sorry about last week if I said Alicia, but Alicio, what's going on? Layla needs to break Khonshu free so he can revive Mark Steven. Yes.
I don't even think we're gonna see Layla this week outside of like the version that's in the hospital. I don't know. It's all up in the air. Like, we have no idea where this is going, which is the first time since WandaVision that I've been like cool.
Been that way, right?
Where like, it feels like WandaVision episode 1 and 2, when the curtain's still down and we don't know what's happening fully. We don't know that she's in control of it, but not in control of it at the same time. So it's kind of like that feeling again, which is very exciting.
It is it's beyond exciting. Just this right now, whatever Marvel is in, dude, it's peak Marvel season.
It is. I just really hope that whoever the big bad is for this series, they show up in this episode and they stop doing their save the big bad for the final episode thing and save the big bad for the final fight and have an completely unnecessary CGI fight that's not part of the story at all. Like in Shang-Chi. Like, you had a good thing going and then you're just like Demon from Dragon Ball.
Hey bro, but
or Yu-Gi-Oh!
I will say I have the utmost faith now for a Super Bowl, a Dragon Ball,
Super Bowl.
anything movie, like live action. Dude, is actually possible now.
There's so many live action movies that I want, like from card games and from video games and stuff. So
Jonah, you think, and chat as well, but do you think we're now at the point where we've entered that era, that stage where we're really there? Like, let me rephrase that. Do you think that we are now in a stage of technology and just where film is, movie making is? Do you think we're now at the point where if we watch whatever's made today in 30 years, that it will look dated? Or do you think whatever's going to be made now will still look dated later? I guess I'm kind of thinking of like Moore's Law, if anybody knows what that is.
I mean, there are movies that came out in the 90s that still look up to par with today. So it really just depends on what they're doing and how they're doing it. Like Pixar movies haven't changed one bit in 20 plus years.
Oh my God, that's a great point, Jonah. Like because I watch Monsters Inc. all the time. If anybody wants to know, I watch that. I watch Toy Story. All the Toy
that's gotten
Stories.
better is the fluency of the animation, but it's still the same high quality.
Yeah,
that's always been.
And to be, you know what's crazy? I actually, for Monsters Inc. 1, I love it. And then what's funny, when I watched Monsters Inc. 2 or Monsters University, I actually was kind of drawn out of it. Oh, no, it was for Shrek. It was for Shrek. Shrek 1, 2, and 3. But then on the fourth one...
They didn't need a fourth one.
Dude, but it's actually... Bro.
I know. No, I know. But they didn't need it.
But you know what's funny about that one? That's when like technology really took a leap. And Donkey had hair, like waving hair, kind of like Sully.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. It didn't really land for me. So it's kind of like one of those things where technology advanced, but I actually kind of didn't want it to be that advanced. I don't know. It's weird.
It's weird. Well,
but anyways,
I think that like as far as like live action movies, at least I think we're hitting that point, and if not, then within the next 2 years we're there.
Yeah.
By the time that Marvel finishes Phase 4, I feel like anything is going to be possible.
Yeah. I think I would say this. I would say definitely within the next 10 years, we'll hit a point where movies will look the same kind of for like the next 20 years. Because there's just, I mean, so much you can improve on outside of the experience, right? Like we're going to probably maybe start watching movies where like you're in a VR headset and you can actually look around in the movie, stuff like that. But the graphics of it, I think we're getting to the point of like,
hey, we hit it.
We hit 1100.
Yeah.
Oh, shnikes. Let's go. Righteous. This is so totally awesome, dude. Thank you, everybody. You guys are awesome. Seriously, Filmtopians till the end. That makes me like super duper happy. Hey, Jonah, remember when we were at Disneyland? How excited we were, bro. That was so cool.
That was insane.
That was so cool.
Speaking of which, how we did the Instagram live, you want to do another one of those on Thursday while we're waiting?
On Thursday.
To go into the theater?
Oh, yeah.
Like a quick 30-minute one?
Possibly, yeah. That might be a good idea. So everybody, if you're not already following, go check out all the links down below, but specifically the Instagram one and the TikTok one, and the Discord one. But thank you, seriously, everybody. Wow, Isabel, everybody, thank you so much. Yeah, Mad Cake, if I had that button, I'd go. What
happened to the button?
Oh wait, do I have it? Here, let me try it. Hold on. Can you guys hear this?
Yeah, there it is.
You guys heard that? Let's go. Oh, that's so funny.
You got it back.
Thank you though, seriously, everybody. Thank you.
I did watch the NBA Lord Basty. On a side note.
Where did? Oh yeah. Lord Basty, dude. Lord Basty's got some good sports takes. I mess with it.
Great sports takes from what I've seen.
Yeah, it's back. It's because it's funny, guys. With what we're doing now,
tell them it's crickets, not their horn again.
Oh man! Remember when one time a stream I went like a freaking like a good minute just talking like with a high pitched squirrel voice or something?
Oh yeah, and Lizzie and I just let it happen. Yeah, I remember.
Oh man, let me see what else I got.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. That one's for all of you, everybody. Round of applause. But anyways, everybody, seriously, thank you for the love and the support throughout this entire journey. the craziest part about this journey is that even though, we're kind of getting up there in time now, but if you look at it from a macro sense, we're really truly just beginning. And oh my gosh, this is so exciting. So you are all here basically like, what is it, in the pre-admission when concert tickets go on sale and you get like the pre-sale or whatever. This is that right now. Filmtopia is in the pre-sale stage. And so I appreciate everybody that believes in us this early on. Thank you. Seriously. But anyways, let's give the people what they came for, Jonah. Let me bring up a topic. Let me talk about some things. And one of those things being, last night, right before I went to bed, Marvel said, hey, let's drop this right now. 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, United States time. I just happened to be on YouTube right then and there. And I'm like, maybe this is old, but it said posted 12 minutes ago. Clicked on it. And again, I'm just chilling. I'm just like, okay, like it's reused footage. Like, and it looks good though. This one actually looked good. We see Mordo. Doors open again to like that room, that throne room. Like we've seen this. Like I want to get to the movie already. And then Mordo up straight, just headshot, and it says, oh shit, I don't know what it said, but it basically said,
the Illuminati will see you now or something.
Yeah, the Illuminati will see you now. And that blew my mind, bro. I just couldn't believe that A, they showed it in the trailers, but B, that they actually did it. Like we actually have the Illuminati as MCU canon, as being integrated into the MCU. Now, is it the Illuminati from the comics, like verbatim? Probably not. But we're gonna get a MCU version of that.
It would be nice if it was verbatim, because then we would have our new Black Panther.
Dude, so let's help everybody and help myself as well. Can you do a better job of explaining the Illuminati?
Your TikTok did great on that. I don't know what you're talking about. Your TikTok was great.
Essentially, right? I mean, from what I've gathered, the Illuminati is a secret organization that is like the puppeteer of the multiverses. And in that, we've got people like Professor X. We've got people like the Sorcerer Supreme, so Doctor Strange. In this case, Mordo. At least that's what it seems like. We've got Black Bolt. We've got Namor. We've got Tony Stark. But again, that's the comics version. Now, for this MCU version, who are we going to get in those chairs? Well, so far,
I love a Black Panther.
That's
Black Panther replacing Namor, because we haven't met Namor. So if we're gonna go straight across character for character, like the number wise, I don't know if Black Bolt would appear, but I think that it would be really cool to see Black Bolt appear. Even if it's the Defenders series Black Bolt. Don't do that. But
I don't think, though, in my opinion, I don't think Namor or Black Bolt have room in this movie in terms of introduction.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is I think we're gonna get like some kind of reoccurring character that we've already had. Like maybe we get. I
left out Mr. Fantastic, by the way.
Yeah,
Reed Richards.
Yeah, I think that Reed Richards is gonna be the only one that we actually get an introduction to, outside of Charles Xavier. Like the only new casting as far as like new characters coming in. Like we are gonna get variants of. I think we're gonna get a Tony Stark variant. I think we're gonna get a Black Panther variant, Doctor Strange variant, which is 3, Reed Richards, which is 4, and then Charles, which is 5, and then Mordo is there as Supreme Sorcerer Supreme Mordo.
Do you think you know how I believe there's 7 chairs on the commercial that we got to see?
I think there's 6, and then Professor X has like his wheelchair spot.
Yeah. So if that's the case, I'm wondering, chat, I want to know, do you think that the empty chairs we've seen, because we've seen silhouettes sitting in about, I think, 2 or 3 of those chairs with Mordo walking, Doctor Strange covering Professor X. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a silhouette in one chair and in another chair. So far I've counted up to 4 people a part of the Illuminati, but I saw like 2 or 3 empty seats. Do you think that's CGI'd out
I think they're
for the
Ubshati.
trailer? Wait, you think what?
I think they're Ubshati, and that the Egyptian gods sealed them away.
That's pretty funny. But I will say, do you guys think that they're CGI'd out for the trailer purposes, or do you think they're going to be empty during the movie and then they'll give us an explanation as to what happened to them or something, or why they're empty? Let us know.
Captain Carter would not be a bad fit too, which
dude.
is what Lord Basty just put.
Bro,
I don't take any credit for that. That's all Lord Basty.
Lord Basty says, I think Black Panther, Professor X, Superior Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic, Mordo, and Captain Carter is the Illuminati in this movie. That's such a great thing. And by the way, Captain Carter is criminally an underrated or undermentioned person in this movie, because
we know she's there.
We know she's there. In one of the posters, there's a shattered glass with her shield.
Yeah.
But really quick, we actually have another Stafftopian that has arrived, that has teleported from the multiverse, from our friend Reddick. Reddick, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. How you enjoying this fine Marvel week? This marvelous Marvel week.
I can't wait for 6th.
Dude, let me. Hey, really quick. I told Clay to come back to this because he had put what he thought. Professor X for the Illuminati, Mordo, Mr. Fantastic, Superior Iron Man, and this one is actually something I'm starting to believe it would make total sense now. Miss Marvel, Rambo variant, and Black Panther.
I think it would be a Captain Marvel, not Miss Marvel, as the.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. And I think that's what Clayburn meant.
Yeah.
So
and
Captain Marvel.
Captain Carter is a more suitable person to sit here. I don't know who is she gonna replace, but that makes more sense to me.
Say that again, Reddick, one more time.
Captain Carter makes more sense to me as a character sitting on the chair.
Yeah, the flexibility of Marvel being able to place anybody in those chairs because they can, and this is MCU canon, not Marvel comic books canon, is going to be so interesting. Jonah brought up earlier about Black Panther. This would be a fantastic way to be able to properly, well, maybe not properly. I think they'll save properly for Black Panther 2, but they can at least make it make sense to us until then. I think it would be really, really good.
Lord Basty, I wish there is Deadpool. I really wish.
No, that's a good one. And he threw in What If.
I think Ultron is also another possibility.
Are we talking? Do you know what kind of Ultron? Is it going to be Paul Bettany Ultron, or is it just another variant?
I don't know what it's going to be.
Oh shit! Wait, Paul Bettany.
I would imagine it would be Infinity Ultron.
Oh my gosh, dude!
But they have him under control, and they have him under restraint. But he's also a member of the Illuminati because he has done so much multiversal stuff, and kind of like how Strange is breaking the multiverse, how Infinity Ultron almost broke the multiverse. They're kind of punishing him for that by making him sit on the council.
Man, I mean, outside of the strength, right? Because would it be safe to say, would you guys say Infinity Ultron is the most powerful, would be the most powerful being or do you think that's reserved for someone else?
I
A
s-
fully loaded Infinity Ultron.
I still think Kang beats him.
Wow.
Um,
Let us
just
know in the chat.
just because of like Kang has infinite attempts at it.
Mhm.
Because of his infinite. God, I'm blanking on the word now.
His gauntlet. Or-
No, Kang. Just with all his. I'm blanking on the word. Why am I blanking on the word? Different, not personalities, but like, you know what I mean? Like all his
yeah,
different
like
forms
he has
and stuff.
multiversal variants.
Yeah, all his different variants. The Council of Kang would beat Ultron Infinite.
On a lighter note, everybody, I want to ask the same question: does Reddick have a haircut as well?
Yes.
Looking sharp. Looking sharp. I see it. I see it. Deadpool would be insane. I mean, this is actually a fun question. Fun question alert. I think we're gonna get Deadpool in this movie in a when I think we're gonna get him. Spoiler alert, because maybe I'd take away the surprise. So just letting you know. This is just an opinion. This is what I think. I honestly think we're gonna see Deadpool in that shot where America Chavez is taking Strange through the multiverse, like in that spinning thing where he's all cut up in like cubes.
Yep.
I honestly think that's the only shot we're gonna get of Deadpool. He's gonna do something like.
No, it's not even that. He's gonna use the one F-bomb of that movie.
That's so true. He's like, what the
Yeah, it's literally gonna be that. He's literally gonna be like
how they did it in First Class.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's so funny. But yeah. Really quick. Would be crazy if Deadpool showed up. I can just see the theater going crazy. Ooh, guys, this is what I need to know. Chat. I really want to know what your opinion is. I'm really excited to ask this. Who do you guys think is gonna get the biggest applause as far as cameo? Like, who's the, I guess, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire of this movie?
I can tell you who it won't be.
Let's start with that.
Christine.
Oh man.
I saw that coming from a mile.
I will say, she. Unfortunately, I think you're right. Oh man! But here, let me read some people that some people are saying. Okay, so we've got Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. Brown Babe says we've got Black Panther. Okay. Kushal also goes with Reed. Carlos goes with Professor X or John Krasinski, aka Jim from The Office, as Reed Richards. Let's see, Professor X. If it's the OG, it
is.
It's like
unless they like had him come in and just voice that one line, to just throw off everyone. Which would be a total Marvel move to do.
We shall tell him the truth. But no, honestly though, Madison, I will say this. I'm never an absolutes person. I never hit it to 100%, but I will give this one 100% because that is his and his voice only, Sir Patrick Stewart. No one else. Deadpool. Okay, so we've got some Deadpools. Deadpool. Okay, like Mad Cake, I can't trust Marvel anymore either.
That's why I said what I said. Like, they could have just...
Why doesn't anyone think Tom Cruise is going to get hoots? Come on, man.
Okay, really quick, but you guys haven't answered it, though. So you guys said who won't, but let's see. Reddick, I want to start with you. You're on the right side. So who do you think will get the biggest applause?
Reed Richards or Tom Cruise?
Reed Richards or Tom Cruise? Okay, okay, sounds good. Jonah?
Jonathan Majors.
Okay. All right, everybody. I'm gonna go.
I'm sorry. I'm just set on Kang and everywhere. In all actuality, I think Professor X.
Professor X.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad because no one said it yet. I personally think Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, in some capacity, that will get the biggest response from everybody. And it's going to get the biggest.
Yes. If he shows up, yes.
And
It
I think
has taken the Sunday, and we have no chance of defeating it.
Oh man, but if that doesn't come true though, I think I'm gonna lean towards. Oh man, it's got to be an X-Men. So for that, no, but we've already heard his voice. I was gonna say Professor X.
Magneto could show up.
Magneto.
As a member of the Illuminati.
That would be pretty
They could
crazy.
both be on it as.
Oh man,
And taking what I thought would be Ultron, that could also be Magneto as one of the extra chairs.
Dude, let me see. Brandon also said Blade. Wesley Snipes is Blade.
I think they're gonna save him.
You think they're gonna save him?
Yeah.
Wait, Mahershala or Wesley Snipes?
If it's Mahershala, they're gonna sprinkle him in a post-credit scene for Moon Knight and then not show him until Werewolf.
But for Multiverse of Madness, it would be probably Wesley Snipes' version, right?
I have no idea.
I don't think he's a well enough known, because it's a rated R movie or trilogy series. I don't think he'll get that response. Well,
What if it's Ghost Rider?
oh shit! Okay, if Nick Cage, Ghost Rider is in this, that's the one. But check this out. Mad Cake said Wolverine. I think she was typing it when I said it. So yes, we do have the same line. Oh man. Oh man, this is so fun. Who else, dude? There's so many. Oh, okay, guys. I figured it out. Throw everybody else's out now. I don't know why we didn't say this. I finally figured it out. Are you guys ready? Let me know in the chat right now. You guys got to type in ready. Okay. Can you guys guess who I'm about to say?
Are they a returning character or a new one? Like to the MCU?
Oh man, I can't.
You can say
This is
it won't give it away.
No, this is the one that if I say that, I think it would give it away. And even that might give it away. Me refusing to answer because it's a yes and no question.
Johnny Depp, no.
No. Reddick, who do you think that I'm about to say?
I'm about to say the
I
episode.
have no idea.
No idea. Okay, Jonah, last one.
In all seriousness, Human Torch.
Oh, dude, you got it. Dude, hey, was I right that it was a yes or no and no question?
No, you were wrong. I just thought of it right now. It was like a returning actor, Chris Evans, playing different role, and it just keeps going around on the internet too. So I was just like, that's
That
probably
would
it.
be sick.
That will get literally the craziest response of all time. Bigger than Toby, all these things.
You just throw a Bucky cameo in there too, and you just flip the thing from Winter Soldier.
That's...
Bucky? Who the hell's Bucky? Steve? Who the hell's Steve?
Oh man, that's so funny. Well, oh yeah, obviously, Mad Cake for sure. But everybody, I think the episode is out. That's what the chat is saying.
It is called Asylum, and it is 50 minutes long.
Oh man! So if they're naming it Asylum, do you guys think it's all in the Asylum?
Probably.
Is it?
Obviously.
These types of episodes have a name to it. It's like an archetype. Basically, it's kind of like the Fly episode from Breaking Bad, where it's one of those like.
It literally was the Fly.
Hell yeah! All right, brothers. Well, we are gonna get this loaded up. Everybody, make sure yours is loaded up. We're gonna watch this together. In the meantime, I'm gonna put up my my stopwatch. If everybody can see that. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to load it up. In the chat right now, type in ready. And once I see enough readies, that's when I will put this up. Okay, getting the group route ready myself. Reddick, will you be joining us, or
I'll be back. I'll be
Okay.
back after watching.
we'll see you afterwards, bro? Peace.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
I
All right,
am too.
everybody.
I'm hitting start stream, but I'm not actually starting it.
Okay. Okay. I see some good readies. All right, everybody. We will not have you waiting any longer. I'm gonna do 3, 2, 1 and on go. We'll all press it at the same time, and you'll see the clock stopwatch start. So everybody, 3, 2, 1, start. Let's go,
Here we
episode
go.
6 or episode
Episode
5, Moon Knight.
What?
Hey, I'm living in the future, man. Oh shit.
Turn off the music.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I can hear it. Cool. All right, episode 5 of Moon Knight, called The Asylum. The begins. And currently 40 seconds in. Yup. Hey, John, I think I can hear yours a little.
Oh, okay.
Or I hear some echo.
I'm trying to adjust the audio so I can like hear it, but not have
Okay.
it be heard.
Gotcha. Dude, whose
Alright,
voice
what
is that?
music are we doing? Oh, we're back to regular Marvel. for the
There we
first
go.
time.
Regular Marvel. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Man, dude, that's genius level marketing. They can just always change those clips,
Mm-hmm.
but keep it consistent. Oh man, let's go.
Remember in Endgame when they got rid of all the snapped Avengers? That was so smart of them.
Oh my god. All right, everybody, we are in the episode. Let's go. Whoa! What the hell?
The music's still on.
Oh shit, my bad. Let me turn that off. Sorry, guys. What the hell? This is so Shutter Island vibes. Hippopotamus.
There's a clock ticking this whole time.
Right? Okay, so I'm not tripping.
To make this moment feel a lot longer.
For everybody typing in the chat, final call right now. Is this reality or is this a manipulation? Do we know how he got the scratch on
Jake?
his nose?
No.
So it's new, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. He's gonna slash this guy. Oh shit. Oh snaps. What the hell? This is crazy. Tower. Sort of.
Oh gosh, this would really bake your noodle, but I think you're just taking a little time out. I'm afraid you've actually got one instead.
Oh shit.
Welcome, gentle travelers, to the realm of the Jew.
Egyptian underworld. This is Talmudic. Goddess of women and children. She guided us through our journey to the afterlife. Oh, okay. Right. So this the afterlife? The afterlife?
Oh. And
The astral plane from Black Panther.
Anyway, I do actually have cards for this. Wait. Okay, so because the duality of nature is impossible for the human mind to comprehend, you may perceive this world as something that isn't recognizable to you. A cycle is first believe right?
Why would we imagine this realm to be a psychiatric? Because we're You're outside of my body now. And now the afterlife, right? That's wrong. That's the reality of this. The hospital, that's the.
I think I hear a Jonah. Just FYI. Whoa. Whoa.
We're on the boat. There's Anubis.
Whoa.
The Scales of Justice.
Oh yeah. The underworld, you're right. Tawedit. Whoa.
Hearts.
Wait, what?
Weighing their hearts.
Hmm. So far, Screen Crush or New Rockstars were on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of what they're saying is happening.
Chaos.
Oh no, because there's a missing like weight.
Or that.
Mm. If you're typing tonight, type free Jake. Hashtag free Jake. Thank you, Mad Cake. Oh shit. Bro, look at that show. Oh wait, no, never mind. This is just a memory, huh? Oh, that was so sick. Did this ever have a name of what like this
No.
is? No. Thank you, Brandon. Free Jake.
Jake.
Oh, there you go. You're right.
Taxi driver. Oh, wow.
All the people they've killed.
Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, it is everyone he's killed.
Whoa. Oh. Oh. Who's? Oh. Oh
Who's that?
shit.
Is that Jake?
Nah. Oh yeah, right? Because he's alive. And oh, this is the room with the. Oh shit! What the heck? Lightius. I have a feeling I know what happens. Oh, snaps.
Don't go any further! The water's rising way too fast! We've got to get out of here! Boys!
Bro, this episode's pretty like.
I'm confused.
So, do you want me to tell you what I think happens?
No, I just want to see what happens.
All right. Bro, this is. Oh, I hate this type of scenarios. That sounded like Simba when he fell.
We're supposed to keep them safe.
Let's go.
Girl, this is all your fault. This is all your fault.
Oh.
Stop, don't go up there!
Bro, this episode's insane.
go. Let me back in there. What are you hiding? What are you hiding? Please come inside. She will get help. We will fix this. You're supposed to fix this. I mean, why haven't you?
Is this that night, Leia?
Yep. Oh, is this the Lynn's father or
Yeah, with
yeah,
her father. Yeah.
yeah. Jake is his partner.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, we're about to see the rebirth, I think.
Oh, bro, I love these types of explainer episodes. Like the way this is doing it, freaking love it. Dude, it's Poe Dameron.
It pretty much is.
That what it is. Bro, this show is
In exchange for your life, will you swear to protect the travels of light and bring my vengeance to those who would do them harm? Do you swear to protect the travels of the light and bring my vengeance to those who would do them harm?
vengeance. Oh, that looks so dope.
Fist of vengeance.
Oh, there you go.
Moon Knight.
You spreading the upward. Unhallowed souls are being judged and condemned to the sands. This is bad.
Wait, what?
It's in here. Just turning to what it is.
To edit.
Cyrus is not like this. His case is the only path.
This is awesome.
Dude, seriously.
You don't have them. Scales balanced.
And I like Toedit so much more than I thought I would.
Yep. She's also in next episode too.
Oh, dude.
All those people die. If Layla dies, that's on your head. It'll be all your fault. No, you can't. I won't do it. I won't do it. You can't play me.
Oh, there's that shot. What the hell, dude? I'm so confused. Now he has no more cut.
Mm-hmm. Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
My God. This Harrow is a friend.
Dude,
Who is this Harrow?
I'm like. So this is what he didn't want him to see, right? This in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh shit. Shiznit. Oh.
The scale's right there.
Normal life. You understand? What? What does it matter? Well, you want to remember the truth? You had a mother that beat you, that hated you, that made your life a living hell? You got to live. Thinking that she loved you, that she was kind, that she's still alive.
And Ned Flanders.
That's not true. That's not true. You having a laugh as well? I don't want to hear it. You say that as your mother is alive. You say that again. I will freak out. I promise.
Oh. It's been a nurse the whole time. Telly salespeople. This guy's acting circles around everybody.
Acceptance. Confusion. Why don't they remember this?
No, I think Mark was kind of pretending he didn't know this scene. Then again, this one has a beard. Man, dude, this is sad as fudge.
Wow.
Oh,
Here
Oh.
comes Shake.
It is. Wait. Damn, this is sad AF, bro.
What is happening?
Oh, dude. Oh, man. Oh.
Oh.
Dude, what is going to happen right now?
They're tangible sand.
Do something.
We've got this. I've got this too.
Nice. Oh.
Let's go, Steven. Okay, stop now.
Ouch. Oh, is that the end of? Is that the end of Steven?
It might be.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Yo, I did
Steven's
not.
gonna die.
I
Oh
did
my
not
God.
think this episode was gonna have me feeling like this, bro. Hocus pocus.
Inside Out.
What? Oh, this is the field or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or that passing or whatever. Bro, this is so sad. This song.
Of course.
Bro, regardless of what anybody thinks of this episode, like in terms of expectations, I will say just if you take this for this episode and this episode only, I haven't been this emotionally like not captivated, but this episode really tugged on some heartstrings that I didn't even know were there for me with this show and these characters. Oscar Isaac, Jesus Louises, like
Wow.
this is
And still no post-credit scene either.
nothing.
I don't think so.
I'm still trying to like gather my thoughts, but bro, this was sad. Like this actually, at least for me, it just tugged on my heartstrings or whatever.
So who was in the third coffin?
Dude, I am so let's see. Do you think Steven's like dead?
For now.
For now? I can't tell. It's very interesting. I like this episode. I really like this episode actually. If I take it for what it is and it being what I thought it was going to be, I think I said this before the stream or before the episode started. I was talking about how I thought this episode might run the risk of being that like filler episode, or I'm looking for the word. It's not a filler episode.
Setup.
It has a proper word to it, but basically it's a episode where it takes place in like one scene per se, or in one setting, even though this
Show.
wasn't one setting, but it makes you feel like it's one setting. And then this, treaded, all the questions we've had since the beginning, still leaving out a few, but for the most part answering like the entire backstory of how we got here. I think this show has done a pretty masterful job of weaving in the plot points with the backstory, with the action, with everything, because we're in episode 5 and they're now just barely explaining to us like how this all came about. And for me at least, it doesn't bother me. In other instances, right now, I'd be like, really? Like, we used this 5th episode for this? But I'm actually very, very pleased with it because they did a great job with it. And again, holy cannoli, like right now I'm sad, dude. And if anybody here heard the song at the end, it was like se llama Más allá del sol. And if I'm translating it correctly, I'm pretty sure what it's trying to convey is like, what would you say?
Mark has become whole again.
Kind of like it's saying, I don't want to butcher it. I'll come back to that. But essentially, like, I thought this episode was a very, very sad episode. Did you expect that at all? Did you feel that at all? Maybe I'm just speaking.
As soon as it started, I did. As soon as they started going down the memory lane, I was like, one of these, the original is going to survive, but the copy or the personality is not. That's what I got immediately. So it just came down to who was the original and who was the copy.
You know, me personally, like, I didn't really, if there is one, not complaint, but just something that I felt I kind of already knew, which was it felt like Mark was the host or like the original. So it didn't seem as powerful, the reveal.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm still stuck on like everything outside of the reveal is what I attach myself to. The reveal to me came second. Like I was just like, oh, okay, cool.
Well, at the end, when the scales balance, it's because they both adopted the other person's key personality traits. Steven is a caring soul. Mark caring about Steven as much as he did balanced his half, and Steven finally becoming a go-getter and just being like, I got this.
Yeah.
I am confident. That is me. Like, if he can do this, I can do it. And started to get the confidence in himself that he has always been lacking, which balanced his half.
Great analysis by both you and Alicio. No, like seriously, like what you just said was pretty, very, very eye-opening because that does make complete sense.
And I think that as long as they're balanced, Steven can still exist, but only Steven can still exist, but he can never be the main the personality that's in charge. I think that Mark is now whole again as far as himself, but he always will have, he's always able to get Steven in the back of his head.
Yeah.
Kind of like a guiding voice, kind of, where it feels like it's his intuition, but he knows it's Steven that's talking to him. As far as like with all the ancient Egyptian stuff and all that, like I feel like that's the direction they're going to go because he doesn't know much about ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
Whereas Steven did.
So if I'm hearing that correctly, essentially Steven will live on as basically kind of like a, what are those called when you have like an angel and like a
guardian angel?
Yeah, like on your shoulder, basically.
Like how Khonshu is basically his guardian devil.
There you go.
Steven will be his guardian angel.
Yeah.
And not necessarily keep him out of trouble, but keep him in a space that he is more balanced than anger filled or whatever he's feeling because of like whenever Steven would take over because of how he's feeling. It was very different. It'll be different now.
The one thing I wanted to point out before I forget it is, regardless of what you guys think of the episode, whether you liked it or you didn't like it, right now I'm in the camp of I liked it because of how emotionally, like how it invoked my emotions towards it, emotions that I didn't know I had for these characters or for like the storyline. But regardless of what you feel of the episode, I think one thing we can agree on is, holy crap, Oscar Isaac is acting circles around himself. Like
Oh yeah.
I am mesmerized because, again, I watch movies in my own way. In my own ways, I kind of suspend belief, or I'm okay with suspending belief or not suspending it. So I'm watching it and I'm paying attention to the acting. This episode, I I thought that was Mark and I thought that was Steven, and I had totally forgotten about Oscar Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very, that's why I'm like right now kind
I
of.
mean, and then there was the Poe Dameron moment.
Yeah. Everybody shout out to Poe Dameron.
Character that he said he'll never play again.
Unless he needs to buy a house. Maybe he needs to buy a house. But I will say something about this episode too that I'm taking away with me that I'm really happy about is, dude, I'm so excited now for Blade, for Daredevil, for the Nightmare, or not Nightmare, Werewolf by Night. And the reason why is because, dude, this is like, I feel like Disney's and Marvel Studios are touching on some stuff that just prior I wouldn't have thought they would have included it. Like him pointing the gun underneath his chin.
Mhm.
Seems something like I forgot. I was like, am I on Disney Plus? The dead souls, and just referring to like, or acknowledging that he's a
he killed
killer.
them, yeah, and that he is a mercenary.
Mm-hmm. Very,
What's
very.
curious is, did he kill everyone and then have and then blame it on a personality? Is
Wait,
the
wait.
real question.
Oh, I
If
see what you're
Mark
saying.
killed everyone and then couldn't live it down, so he didn't create a new personality, but like didn't physically create the new personality, but made a new personality happen.
But
Take the blame for it.
but how does that answer though then his balanced question? Because apparently the scales don't lie, right? So it's not
So
like,
I'm just trying to I'm just trying to figure out why he was trying to take his own life. It's like
yeah.
the real question.
Because it didn't look like it looked, yeah, I don't know, man. Very interesting. Mad Cake says, so that definitely is going to be an issue because now Mark is a lot smarter and caring because he integrated Steven. But how if he's going to deal with the evil part of himself, because that still exists? Well, maybe he needs both Steven and Mark, right? So Mark by himself or Steven by himself versus
I
the
don't
evil.
think we're gonna get Jake.
That's what it's looking like.
It very much feels like it's not going to be Jake at all in this season. It is too late now to introduce him, and like they could have introduced him in the post-card scene for this episode, and that would have been cool.
Yeah.
But to introduce the third personality in the finale after you've already seen him get into the fields from all the hard work he put in with Steven kind of
Yeah.
makes it feel like Jake is a cop out
Yeah.
almost. And like, why didn't you write him in the first place? Why was he sidelined for so long? Like, yes, we've experienced him, but I don't know. Could have also been Khonshu taking over fully. That's the other thing that's been going around that I've been hearing. Is those blackouts where he didn't know what happened and neither knew what happened. That one specific one, Khonshu took over fully. Like how he did in the pyramid later that episode.
Yeah.
That very much could have been what it was.
You know, really quick. Well, everybody that's here, welcome. My name is Ricky. This is Jonah, and welcome to Filmtopia, the #1 place for feel-good movie content. If you are here, I know there's about 25 of you in here. Thank you so much. Hit that like button and that subscribe button. Join the fun, and let me know if you have any questions or comments down below. But one of the things I'm still like curious about is how is this going to wrap up next episode? Like,
Yeah, I have no idea.
because this does, I feel like
We need
right
like
now,
an hour-long episode to wrap everything up.
it's interesting because next week's episode doesn't feel like the end of a series. it feels like
It feels like it's going to be the lead up to the end of the series.
yeah, that or that there's going to be another season, but the reason why we know this is a limited series is because Disney is going to enter this into the Emmy window as a limited series. And essentially what a limited series is, if any of you don't know, it's where a series is intended to be just a one-off, one season. There's nothing after it. If there is, it'll be revisited, later on. But as far as its intention, it doesn't have another series. Now, can we get a Moon Knight movie? Of course. But
It all depends where the next episode ends.
yeah, it doesn't feel like we're going into a finale because I don't know what to assume in the finale.
I mean, they packed so much stuff into 40 minutes. I know they can do a whole finale.
Yeah.
And I hope next week is like 66 minutes runtime so that we have that 6 minutes of credits. And it's a 60-minute episode.
Well, check this out though. Here's the one thing, I guess, hope for anybody that's wondering about Jake, the third personality, whatever. The reason though why I'm not ruling it out is because last episode's focus on the sarcophagus and this episode's focus on the scale and trying to, again, I mean, they knew what they were doing. Like, they knew we were all going to assume that there's another heart that needed to be put on that scale. And I don't know, just with the combination of those two nuggets or those two illusions, I'd be hard pressed to think Marvel's gonna dupe us with that. Very, very interesting.
So the brother's name is Randall.
Oh, I see. Randall
Spector, who becomes the Shadow Knight in comics, who is...
Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Kleber says I think the ancestral plane mentioned at 703 was a direct Black Panther reference. Yep. It even not only the reference, but then when we went on this boat thing, it felt very Black Panther ancestral plane like. Even the color tones were almost the same. Yeah, no third personality so far. Mad Cake, yeah. By the way, I'm a huge fan of the voice of Khonshu. That voice is goated.
He is great. He is.
Alicia says next episode will be Tawaret telling Layla to free Khonshu so he can heal Mark. Then Mark kills Harrow. Very interesting.
I don't know if he's gonna kill Harrow. But because I don't know how him and Steven coming to peace and then him being in the Field of Reeds is going to affect him doing anything that he does back in the real world. Like, he's going to stop Harrow, but he might also want to go back to the Field of Reeds because it's an eternal paradise and he made it there. So it's very interesting to think where... And that could be why it's a limited series, is because he gives up being the Avatar.
You know what's interesting, dude, is early on in this process, not early on, but early on in the marketing when this started to ramp up, there were not only rumors, but just like, I think Oscar Isaac said it himself that there may not be a season 2. You may not see Moon Knight ever again. Like... And he said that, and I remember thinking, good one, Andrew. Good one, what was his thing? The werewolf, yeah. His little werewolf moment, right, in the press junkets. And it's starting to look like maybe he was telling us the truth.
He was telling us the truth about the hippopotamus.
That's true. And if you think about it too, I feel like Oscar Isaac has a lot of work in Hollywood. He's an A-lister of the A-listers. And I can totally see him being more artsy than we think. And by that, what I mean is him saying, I don't want to. Because he doesn't have a contract. That's what it was. He doesn't have a contract after this series or whatever. So he's a free agent. So yeah, I'm just thinking about it, and it'd be very, very interesting to see if this was like Marvel's first one and done.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see really quick. I know Carlos said, I'm just glad we got the Ned Flanders cameo. Oakley dokley. Yeah, and Danny's saying, I'm setting my expectations very low for the finale, unfortunately. Well, really quick, let me tell you guys my thoughts. And by the way, I'm going to bring in another Stephtopian if he's ready. Cool. And Reddick, welcome back. I was actually just about to tell the people what I thought of the episode, but now that you're here, I actually want to hear what you thought of the episode.
I kind of liked it, but it's very similar to what WandaVision did in its penultimate episode.
Penultimate. He said penultimate.
Yeah. However, this is done better. This was done way better, and this reminded me of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. If you
That's
guys
a
have
good
seen
one.
it.
Shout out Jim.
Yeah.
Carrie.
Yeah. And I'm not sure how the series is gonna go forward, like after the series ends, where Moon Knight is gonna go. Because he is gonna be in the MCU, but where is he headed is something I'm totally clueless about.
Well, really quick, Carlos was saying some of the same thing, which is this episode is identical to WandaVision's penultimate episode. But I think what you said, Reddick, which was fascinating, being that this was done better. Like this is what it should have been. I don't know if that's a case of they had the year and the feedback to like make sure this one was done right, or if this one just happened to have been done right.
I just think the story fit it a lot better than
That's what it is. Yep.
Agatha
The
being like,
motivation
"Oh,
was
I want to
stronger.
go and find out where you got the chaos magic from."
Got it. Yeah,
No,
this is
no one wants to see that, Agatha. They just want to see you throw purple balls of magic at,
dun, 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 dun,
or
dun.
sing. Those are the two things we want you to see you do.
But yeah, really quick, now that it's really settling in, I will say, me personally, I really, really like this episode.
It was said in episode 1 what was gonna happen.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. Did
I
it
did
suck for
see-
you being rejected from the field of reeds?
Yeah,
Well, that doesn't make sense because I'm not dead. Am I? Am I?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But he
that
just
is-
did get rejected from the field of reeds.
Dude, this whole thing, there's so many layers to this show.
my
I am
God.
so curious. If any of you in the chat are more casual watchers or just casual viewers of the MCU, and I don't mean that in a diss or anything, like I mean that as just more you enjoy this for what it is. I want to know what you think about this show as a whole, because if I weren't super in tune with what's going on, not only in the MCU, but, on Twitter and just, watching theory videos, all these things, this is still confusing for me, or like still mind blowing, or still just, it's deep. There's depth to this show. And I'm happy about it. I like it, but I'm curious to see what people people out there are feeling about it. And then here's another perspective, right? Claybear says, I want to believe in Moon Knight, but dang, that episode makes a strong case that he really is just a nut job living in the asylum. Dude, this episode had me like, I don't know. I can't pick a side. I couldn't determine if he was really in an insane asylum.
Well, they
Or-
took that shit from the comics.
Oh,
Even the
man.
Khonshu manipulating him part, that was from the comics. it's just they did so well of integrating the comics into the series. Like, I don't know, it's amazing.
Another thing that's amazing that Mad Cake is saying is, can I just say, being a psychology major, the detail in showing the characteristics of the development of DID was insane. That's actually one of the things I wanted to talk about, which was they explained or portrayed or displayed DID in a way on a mainstream platform that I never thought was going to work per se. Like, I didn't know if it was going to work, but I think they've done a masterful job at this. That moment of when he developed Steven was like powerful, like very, very powerful.
And shout out to the child actor as well, whoever did that scene.
The child
Holy
actor was great.
Dude, I'm
The
getting
Holy-
Oh
chills.
my gosh, the
Oh,
child
Matt
actor
Cakey.
to portray how he was doing everything.
Oh, and the child actor, the mom had me believing it 1,000%. Like that, she did an amazing job for what she came in to do. The
Mhm.
dad was exactly like the dynamic between the mom and him. It did a
I
great
legit
job.
hated the mom. I loved the dad. I
Yeah.
felt sorry for the dad.
Yeah.
And exactly as Matt Cake saying, I was crying. I was literally crying when the episode was going on.
You should see
I,
Stoops' tweet.
God.
Soups' tweet. What did he say?
Oh no, it's just his reaction at
Mm.
in the time stamp.
What is it? What did he say?
He just It's just him crying.
Oh, got it. Let me see really quick. I think Carlos is heading out. Los, thank you for hanging out. Vibes to you, my man. We will talk to you soon. We'll see you for next week for the finale, whatever that may be.
And then
QWERTY,
Doctor Strange.
for real. Oh my God. QWERTY, good night to you. We will see you later. Thanks for dropping by and showing love.
Next week is gonna be insane for me. Because episode 6 of Moon Knight, Tuesday night. Episode 7 of Halo, the next night. Doctor Strange the next day.
Wow, you're living in a literal Filmtopia, bro.
Dude, I mean, Halo finally stepped it up this week too. I was so happy. I was like, yay, you finally gave me battle scene. I felt
Oh,
like a
man.
child again. I've rewatched the episode 4 times just because of the fight scene. And
Wow.
I'm like, this is
Do you know what
great.
it's capping at? Like what episode it's ending
9.
at? At 9.
9.
Okay.
Yeah. So 3 more weeks.
Nice. Claybear says, I feel as though we could get an Inception type ending where it goes black as a dude, I will say this. Here are my
I think it would go gold as in for the Field of Reeds. But yeah, I could see this happening.
Claybear, that is such a good one. I will tell you this, and I like that you said that because this is what I felt throughout the episode. The influences, since I always like to talk about influences or references. I felt Inception vibes. For some reason, I got Hocus Pocus vibes because of when he turned into stone. I got Yu-Gi-Oh vibes when he's and Yu-Gi-Oh honestly to me feels very prevalent because he sort of has this internal and external like personality
Monologue?
thing going on.
Yeah.
What else? I got Aladdin vibes, like the new one that just came out. I don't know why I got Aladdin vibes. I got Joker, the one that just came out, vibes. And there was one I couldn't pinpoint, but when I do, I'll say it.
I was talking to someone, I think yesterday or the day before.
Mhm.
They were like, I haven't started Moon Knight yet. And it was like, so watch it for Oscar Isaac alone. He deserves an Oscar. Literally. Yeah, I just it's so complex what he has done
Complex. That's the
and
word.
what the characters that he created between Mark and Steven. And Khonshu too, when Khonshu takes over. Like the 3 characters that he created and the way that he emotionally acts and is just so tangible with each character. Like you
Mhm.
feel like you like each character is him, but at the same time, they're their own people and they're their own characters. So he just does such a great job of showcasing multiple personality disorder and creating such a way to make it so that it's not like shined on negatively,
Yeah.
where it is actually shown positively.
Mhm.
And I think that this episode is a great thing if for people that do have this disorder to see that they can, if they're struggling mentally with their personalities, that there is a middle ground, and that there is. I don't know how this. I don't know how it works exactly, but there's a lot of ways that they can provide a new view to everything that they're going through.
It feels like it gives hope
Hmm.
to the idea of a possible pivot, towards the right direction. And that's how I feel walking away. By the way, I did see, I think Talia said this, but I see more Loki parallels in WandaVision, and that was the one I couldn't think of. It gave me Loki vibes. This episode. Let me see. Brown Babe says Mark thinking he was the original and finding out he's not.
I
Wait,
think you meant to put that the other way around.
yeah, or Steven. Yeah. So Steven thinking he was the original and finding out he's not. Then Mark informing Steven about his origin, which included his suicide attempt. Steven wanted to end, or Mark wanted to end it, and Layla was excused not to. Was that though? Was Layla the excuse not to?
I
No,
think he
right?
just wanted life.
It was on a more selfish sort of level, right?
Well, he was just like, you know what? I'm already a killer. Might as well be killing for something.
Mm.
Might as well
So
have a
there was a
cause
greater
behind
good
it.
in mind.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it because I can't remember what I took away from that scene. I couldn't.
That was the scene. that
It-
that's the scene that everyone's talking about on Twitter. It's not even like Steven. It's just the origin of Moon Knight.
Reddick,
Yeah.
how'd you like the Poe Dameron scene?
I don't.
Poe Dameron, dude. Honestly, though, it's funny. I'm wondering if the filmmakers did that as a nod to Poe Dameron. But bro, they could have dressed him any other way when he was in Khonshu's temple. But they like dressed him like when he was on Pasana, which I thought was hilarious.
A sweet meta joke dropped.
Oh man, really quick. Alicio says, so there's the real life, there's the boat on the way to the field of reeds, and there is the asylum with Dr. Harlow. So is the asylum with Harrow therapy what Mark created in his head to self-heal?
Could be.
I mean, that's
I
it.
think there can be something even more mischievous going on. Probably he is manipulating the path between paradise and over Earth, because he is the avatar of Amit, right? So he
Yeah.
can manipulate the whole
No, he
idea,
can't
and
be the
probably
avatar of Amit.
he isn't.
He can't be,
Why?
because we saw what happened when Khonshu got stoned. How can he be the avatar of Amit if she is also a statue?
Oh, yeah. Got it.
Fair point. But he
He's
does have
trying.
powers, right?
What's that?
He just had the staff that was given to him mysteriously that we don't know.
Yeah.
That has a
Okay.
fraction of Amit's power. Basically, everything that wasn't sealed away from her is in that staff, is in that cane.
Michael Sismanovich says, It's insane that Oscar Isaac gave us a hippopotamus teaser for Moon Knight and no one noticed. There's a lady with DID who's reviewing these episodes. Oh, that's interesting. I think the channel is called Brady Bunch or something like that. Interesting.
Can
Definitely.
you drop the link, Alicia, if you find it?
Yeah, if you find it, Alicio.
I don't know if his link will go through, but
Oh, yeah.
if
Or
you post
here.
it, Alicia, are you on the Discord? Because if you are on the Discord, you can just post it in there.
But yeah, it's super interesting, dude. Let's see. We're probably gonna be wrapping up pretty soon, everybody. I gotta get up early tomorrow. Duncan McDonald says, "How do you think they'll fit everything into one episode? Also, do you think we will see Jake in episode 6 or maybe a teaser?" Here's my opinion. Going into next week's episode, it's actually very like hard for me to digest still how we're going into a finale because it just doesn't feel like that right now. It feels like we're missing an episode or this needs to be extended by like one episode. But I will say, as far as Jake, I'm only holding on to two things. One of them being the sarcophagus that had a clear-cut emphasis in episode 4. Then this episode, there was an emphasis on the scale, but it seemed to be like an illusion that there was a third heart that was supposed to like balance the thing, right? So I saw 2 hearts and then feathers. To me, at least what it felt like was, it felt like there was a missing heart that was going to like balance it out.
Okay, I have something of interesting detail. He said that he had a fugue state wherein he went AWOL. Now, a fugue state is essentially kind of like a DID, but it happens once or twice in a lifetime.
Oh,
I
wow.
think, if I'm wrong, Madison, please correct me on this. So, probably that fugue state is Jake Lockley, but not a permanent identity. So, probably that might happen, or that can be triggered in some way because there has to be a third identity, 100%.
Mm.
Because as you said, there is something missing. There is a piece that needs to be placed somewhere.
Yeah, and so to that point, the one thing though that will seem kind of jarring or rushed, or it will feel like it sticks out, is that they're gonna cram it into the finale. Like,
That's why I don't think Jake is gonna be a person. Like, we all know Jake exists as far as comic book wise, but
mhm,
they don't have to bring everything over from the comics.
yeah,
Like, what if that was Khonshu in that
like
sarcophagus?
fugue state, or yeah, the sarcophagus.
Like, I really think that it's this show is Stephen Mark Khonshu.
Yeah.
Stephen Mark Khonshu, and it just repeats over itself every time. And when Khonshu feels like they're not doing an adequate job at everything, he does what he did in episode 3.
You know,
And then when he wants answers, he let go of the body because he needs to know where Harold is going. So he released the body so that he can get answers, and he thought he was going to get answers from this kid who would be terrified of him.
and you know what's starting to run through my head now is, I mean, now I'm starting to lean towards no, just because introducing Jake Lockley would absolutely undo what we just
Everything
saw
that we just saw, yeah.
in episode 5. Like,
All
this
the work that Mark just put in.
exactly. So how about this? If they bring in Jake Lockley, then Stephen Grant will have to, I think he'll be brought back. But even if they did bring back Stephen, again, it will feel like this episode is undoing itself.
I feel like next episode, the big thing is going to be Mark fully reuniting with Layla and telling her about how Steven sacrificed himself so that he could come back and that he could be that he could stop everything. And I think that's going to be a huge focus of next episode. I think that, again, the third person that was doing the killing was Khonshu. We saw how neither of them knew what was happening when they got snapped out of Khonshu's soul possession, and none of the avatars knew what was happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
Um,
when they get taken over by their god, they don't know what's going on. So that's what I'm thinking. And
yeah, and obviously like the Jake stuff was kind of made up by us, the fans, or by the people that read the comics, and it could just be another one of those cases of Mephisto, or just this season, or Moon Knight's version of that. But I'll tell you this, me myself, coming from not reading the Moon Knight comics, not really knowing much about Moon Knight coming in, I'm okay with no Jake. I'd much rather them put a lid on this whole Steve and Mark thing, which they did beautifully in this episode. And now let's get on to resolving this
The plot.
episode. And then, yeah, resolving the plot. And then, and my hope is make this now MCU. Like, okay, this whole thing was contained right here, but now it's time. Okay, how does this connect with the MCU? They can do that. I'm in. Ramatut, baby, let's go.
Also, I have a question. Does the field of reeds is the field of reeds the ancestral plane, or are they different?
They are one of the same, just perceived differently.
No.
So yes.
Yes.
Technically, yes.
Yes, they are the same.
Yeah.
But depending on how you were raised is how you view the afterlife. Mark leaving behind his Judaic religion and taking on Khonshu as his avatar shifts his belief of what the afterlife is.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Which leads to also Steven having control of some of that, because Steven was always the one that was reading books about the Ennead, about the underworld, about all of that. So Steven and Mark's perspective of the underworld became Egyptian, whereas in Wakanda, they're raised to think when you go to heaven, you become a panther and you run free with everyone else that has moved on. Like, your life on Earth is a timed life, but then you have eternal life waiting for you beyond.
And I will say the astral plane in Black Panther is so beautiful.
It reminds me of Gladiator, the
Yeah.
final scene.
Yeah. That's a good one. Very, very, very true.
You know what really reminded me of WandaVision was when he was on the ground, like crying and like hugging his yarmulke, like, and then like just like all of Mark's emotions there, like that really reminded me of WandaVision when Scarlet Witch is like so distraught after Vision no longer being there, and then I was like, well, I'm glad Mark doesn't have chaos magic.
For real. Oh,
That
man.
would have been chaotic.
But hey, that is actually a really good parallel now that I'm thinking about it. Same sort of outburst and
Of emotion.
of emotions, both visual, literal, and figuratively. Pretty crazy. Talia says, at the start, I was scared the show would never dive into the origin. So glad they did. It was necessary. And like I said before, I was worried about this type of episode coming in. But I think we finally have a template. Like, this is really well done. Debo the Viking, what's up? Says maybe the third sarcophagus was symbolizing Mark's dead.
I think it could be that.
That's a good one, yeah. Duncan also says, well, they also emphasized that some third person killed those people in episode 3 because Mark thought Steve didn't. That's the other clue, though.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's Khonshu.
Khonshu, right?
But
that's
then
the
again,
clue that like we learn later on in the episode.
Yeah.
they don't know what's happening when they're possessed by the god, and it shows.
Yeah.
Like they can have
It-
some faint recollection of it, but
And I think they have room in the finale for a Khonshu sort of reveal like that, because we're already familiar with Khonshu. We would accept that because that makes sense.
mhm.
Pretty interesting.
And I think that Khonshu took over the very first time in Germany when when the blood was on the hand with the scarab. I think that was Khonshu because he was just like, yeah, this is not happening. I am taking control of the body. And then from there,
And
Mark.
wouldn't we, let me ask you this, wouldn't we have seen in that lobby of people that were like zombies or that Mark killed, wouldn't we have seen those mercenaries that were after him that day?
Yeah, I think we would have.
Yeah, you know, come up with some good stuff sometimes. But Reddick, I think you were going to say something.
No. Got covered.
Third personality could be Bushman, who killed Layla's dad.
He was a CEO, so I don't think he would be another identity. I mean, they're
Yeah.
army guys, so they have to be distinct.
And it seems like they finalized that whole thing. Like it seemed like that scene, him being involved, all that stuff, it seemed like, okay, now we're past that, and we're not going to revisit that.
Moreover, one final thing that could put a nail in the coffin for this is that Mark is smart enough to know that there is another identity or not. So if Bushman was him, he would have known that he's Bushman.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
that I think his associate could have been Jean-Paul Ducamp, because that's the one missed call he had outside of Layla on the phone.
Sean Paul. But who is that? Sean Paul.
Ducamp.
Yeah, but who is that?
He's from the Moon Knight comics. I'm trying to remember exactly. I'm just gonna look it up. He's another mercenary. His nickname is Frenchie. He worked with Bushman when they. So Bushman, Ducamp, and Spectre all went on a raid in Egypt at one point. And Mark turned on Bushman, and then Bushman left Mark to die, which is where we are in the show, and then Khonshu, which
offered.
Yeah.
This is a good one. Mad Cake says Layla's gonna be pissed because she likes Steven more.
But I think that if Mark just explains like, hey, like Steven did this for us.
Yeah.
I think that she's gonna be more accepting of it than if Mark's just like, hey, I'm back.
and Steven isn't. Yeah, no. It's gonna be I'm curious to see if it's gonna be only voiceover from that point on of Steven, or if it's only gonna be like mirror.
That's what I think is like he'll appear in the mirrors, but
Like
I don't
in
think he will
mirrors,
appear
right?
anywhere else. I don't think he can take a physical form.
Yeah.
I think he's totally gone.
Totally gone.
We won't see Steven anymore.
You know
I still
why?
think that he can be a guardian angel, though.
You know why I say he might be gone as well? Is because from an actor's point of view, that's like signing up for another role. I mean, we're talking research for that role. We're talking methods and all these things that go into preparing for roles. That is, if you think about the MCU at large, and if Moon Knight's going to be in the MCU, does he have the time or energy to do that for that amount of time.
More importantly, Oscar Isaac is gonna be rich.
Yeah. So are you saying he's coming back to Star Wars?
No, he'll take a salary for two characters because he's playing two characters.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, himself and Khonshu when Khonshu takes his body over.
Oh man, that's.
But
funny.
I think that Moon Knight could really become like that lead Avenger role kind of thing.
Really.
I mean, depending on what Oscar Isaac wants.
Are
I
you
think
talking about like a lead Avenger role in the actual Avengers or in like Midnight Suns?
kind of both?
Like how the OG6 were, kind of that.
Kind of both. I think that the Avengers are going to get to him first, and then the Midnight Suns are going to find him through the Avengers. And while he's leading the Avengers, they're going to recruit him.
Mm.
He'll leave the Avengers, join them, and then become the leader of that. That's what I think would happen. Because Oscar Isaac alone demands a lot.
Yeah.
And can do a lot. So I feel like he is someone that could take that lead role as the Avengers need a leader.
That
And-
actually makes total sense from a billing perspective. So when we're talking billing on the poster, like whose name comes first, all these things, you're right on the Oscar Isaac being in the closer to the top or the beginning. And so then that also means being one of the lead Avengers or leaders of a Midnight Suns. So I agree with that.
Benedict
actually.
Cumberbatch and Oscar Isaac on the top of a movie poster kind of will get a lot of people.
Yeah. And it's, because if you compare, right? So even though I think Mahershala Ali is up there too, just in terms of like objectively, he's won Oscars for supporting actor. He hasn't won one for a lead actor yet, or kind of really been billed for many lead actors or leads on movies. So he's still not, I guess, there. The guy that's going to play Werewolf, is it Diego Luna? No, it's
I don't know.
Gabriel Garcia.
Gabriel Garcia. He's not there. Like all the young Avengers are not there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that is a great point. Let's see. Talia says, I will say Mark and Steven walking through Mark's past was very reminiscent of Wanda and Agatha walking through Wanda's past. Yes, that was said in the chat, and that was also said. Reddick brought up a good point, though, which was, except this time, it felt like it was really done extra well.
It just felt more cohesive with the story they were trying to tell. Like it kind of felt forced in WandaVision. Like, oh, here's the bad guy. Like they wanted to learn something about the hero, and they can't do it by.
This one
Just
didn't feel like a
accepting it.
deviation.
There was
Like, that's the
one
thing.
rule. There was one rule that created the difference in WandaVision and Moon Knight, which was show don't tell. Moon Knight
Yeah,
showed everything that was
there you
occurring.
go.
There, it was a narration, a complete narration.
And I've said this on multiple Filmtopia lives, guys, which is the key difference between writing for a book and writing for a screenplay is for a screenplay you show, and in a book you tell. And yeah, that's a very good point. And Mad Cake's referring to some Scarlet Witch today, some clips that dropped today.
She
Dude,
might be talking about the same trailer that confirmed the Illuminati.
Dude,
'cause those
honestly,
were just insane shots in that one.
The past few drops of footage, Wanda just keeps on like, bro, she hit, bro. She hit, like.
I'm gonna have to head off.
Yeah, no, for sure, Jonah. Thank you so much. We're actually going to wrap up pretty soon, but Jonah, thank you. We will see you next week.
Yeah, of course. See you guys then.
Vibes, bro.
Bye.
I'll also head off, Rick.
No, it sounds good.
Okay.
Reddick, if you can, next week, we'll be here.
100%.
Okay, cool. We'll see you next
Yeah.
week then, bro.
Okay.
All right.
See you
vibes.
guys. Bye, Rick.
Later, bro. Well, everybody, hello. My name is Ricky, and welcome to Filmtopia. If you're just joining us, if not, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching episode 5 with me and the crew and everybody. If a quick recap, if you're wondering, I really, really like this episode because I think it did a fantastic job of explaining, of captivating our emotions, of leaving us very attached to these characters. I think some of the things that were alluded to tonight was that WandaVision's penultimate episode tried doing a similar thing, but I think sometimes the reason why that one is very, if you want to call it, not divisive, but just polarizing, meaning you're either on one side it's good or on the other side it's bad. I think this one just did a good job of really taking us there and exploring and showing, like we were just talking about, instead of like maybe telling or alluding. I thought that I didn't, here's how I know. Because coming into this episode, I didn't know I cared about Steven and Mark as much as I did. It was only through witnessing through their eyes, through their childhood, through their trauma, that I was able to walk away and say, oh my God, like, I'm really sad that Steven, in a sense, died and is stoned, like gone. So yeah, I'm excited that this episode exists, and when I watch Moon Knight as a whole, I think it's gonna fit right. But on a week to week basis for us fans, like the way we like to converse and the way we like to theorize, maybe not so much, because it felt very conclusive this episode. And so going into a finale, that's not what you want. You want more anticipation or build up as to what might happen in the finale. So I'm very confused as to what's going to go down in the finale other than them wrapping up the story. But I wanted to connect to the MCU very, very bad. And by that, they're going to have to implement certain things that were kind of required to have been done in this episode. Let's see. Jaden says, will Steven return? From my personal opinion, I think he will return. No, I don't think he's going to return permanently. I think we're going to get to hear his voice or see him in a mirror one more time in this series. But moving past this series, and whenever he's in movies or in another series, whatever, I think Steven's gone in that sense. That's my prediction. I will say Mark and Steven walking through Mark's past was very, oh yeah, definitely. She's going to be like, I cheated on you for him to die. What happened in Egypt stayed in Egypt, right? Alicio says Oscar Isaac is a producer for Moon Knight, so he gets more than the actor's salary. That's good to know. I thought I had heard he was a producer because when they approached him, they wanted him to be very collaborative. You know what it kind of felt like? It felt very, man, I can't, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember right now, but it felt like another franchise where the actor has basically complete ownership of the character per se. Not ownership legally, but talking like creatively. Am I thinking Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp? I might be thinking that. Brandon Lewis says Moon Knight. Yeah. Vibes. Nice. Well, Moon Knight, May 4th, Disney week, back 6. Yeah. So we will be back next week for the finale of I was going to say WandaVision, of Moon Knight. And I'm very intrigued to kind of feel like what everybody else is feeling going into next week. I think a lot of people kind of feel like us or me, which is I feel deflated, but not in a bad way. I feel deflated because I feel like I got the answers or I got resolution. So that's why I'm saying going into next week, that's not a good thing to be feeling. But I love this episode. Like, that's the weird part or the ironic part. Duncan says, I think we will see Dane Whitman in episode 6 end credit scene, especially since he also worked in a museum in London like Steven in Eternals. Go check out my TikTok, Duncan. It's it's linked down below, but I actually have my predictions for the Moon Knight series, but before it came out, I said, here are my predictions for Moon Knight, and I'm going to stitch this once the series is over to see if I was right. And I said something like that. Go check it out. That would really help set up an MCU connection with Black Knight and Blade. Yeah. One of the things that I said was I feel that this show was going to be used as a bridge in a post-credit type of way or in a cameo-like style way for Blade and Moon Knight. Nice, Madison. Thank you so much for I know it's late where you're at, so thank you for hanging out with us this long. You are amazing. And yeah, but with that comment right there, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. I had loads of fun watching this with all of you. Thank you so much for all the likes, for the subscriptions, for just the energy and the vibes that you bring to Filmtopia. You make it what it is. I am simply steering the ship. And yeah, so we will catch up next week. Make sure to tell your friends to come hang out. And yeah. And oh my God, Multiverse of Madness is next week. It's not processing for me. There's just no way it's... What? You know what? I'm going to log off before I go bananas. But thank you, everybody. Alicio, Lightigators. Vibes, Rixia. Wash hand, thanks. All right. On this note, I will see you later. Vibes. Filmtopia out. And it is.